back, everybody, to Critical Role's called the Netherdeep, where we continue to make our way through Jorhas to the caravan camp that you all heard about. So last time, you guys left Jigao, and you traveled. You made it 3 days. Made it 3 days so far. Um, During your travels, one night you found yourself to be cursed by the red moon of Ruidus, and you felt like you were in a ruin for the day. Felt quite dismal and bleak, and during that time, you guys faced off with a Vrak and some Quasits, and then uh, had yourself a quite challenging time. You found out that the competitive party that you were competing against when you were during the Festival of Merit are making their travels towards the Emerald Loop Caravan as well. So that's kind of the goal of why you guys
Now,
were following
do you
now.
think they're making their way?
One could say they are in fact making their way. Yes, they could, if one was so inclined. Um, but you guys, after your third day of travel, and on that third day fighting a Vrak and some Quasits, you guys find yourselves setting up camp for the evening. Um, and as you fall asleep, you guys set up a pretty solid camp. The night's pretty nice. I mean, you see both of the moons. The wind kind of blows down through the valleys, and you hear the waste monsters and the animals and creatures who live in the night in these wastes out and about doing their evening hunts and night activities. But you guys awake on the beginning of day 4, completing a long rest, getting back your spells, your abilities, and you are able to, if you want, to when making breakfast, to roll some medicine to see how well your breakfast goes over, to see if you get what temporary hit points you get.
Oh yeah, you know what I want.
Do you want me to roll it for you, or do you have access right now?
I think if we wait 30 seconds, I think I can roll it myself.
All right.
Well, the 30-second wait.
Yes. All right. So while you're,
So what are you making today?
yes, what are you making?
I mean, if I have any leftover perishables, then that's definitely the priority. If I have any leftover octopus or shark or any of that shit before it goes bad,
Yeah, you do.
I guess. Yeah, I don't really know. I really want in game to get the whatever I forget what it's called, but it's the magic spice pouch. I really need this for my character development. I'm gonna roll my medicine. Kapow! That could go.
Did it roll the dice on your sheet?
Oh, that's a 14.
Okay, so it is above 10, but under 5. It's between 10 and 15. So it is a D6 plus your proficiency bonus of temporary hit points for the day. So 5 plus your proficiency. So that's what?
So that's 11. No, that's 7. That's the other thing that rhymes with Evan.
Cool. So you guys all have 7 temporary hit points right now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You are so welcome.
All right. So you guys have breakfast first thing. Anything else? We are currently missing a player. Hopefully they will join us. But anything the two of you wish to do right now? Full breakfast. You know.
Nothing I can think of.
Is Carrie eating what I've cooked?
Is it shark?
Is it? Do I have any leftover shark? Did I make shark or did I make leftover octopus?
You had that octopus.
Octopus.
Yeah, I'm eating octopus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have to take octopus out of my inventory. at this point.
Yeah, it's if you haven't eaten it at this point, even though you cooked it, it's probably gone bad. So
I mean, we've eaten octopus like twice. I mean, I have 15 pounds of octopus apparently, so like that's gonna go bad if we haven't already consumed it in the past couple days.
yeah, you can always just leave it out, and I'm sure something will eat it. Poison nature with octopus.
Yeah. I'm also gonna get rid of my giant shark fin.
Okay. Carrie, Naf, what are you guys doing?
I think I'm gonna just sort of pull Nath aside as we're, I don't know, starting to pack up and get our equipment on the horses and so forth, and say, Nath, may I have a word, please?
Sure.
I told you that I would meditate upon the stars for your cousin, and I thought I would pass along what occurred to me. Kwamane spoke to me last night, and that is the star of the Moon Weaver, which I find very interesting given the connection of the Moon Weaver to what we are trying to do. But that star is one of mystery. It is one of keeping things secret or hidden, so I feel like perhaps that is good when it comes to your cousin. It may mean that he is managing to stay hidden, yes?
That would be good.
So I feel it is also the star of those who are resourceful, but also violent. And if it is a star that has to do with us, then I feel we perhaps keep a more watchful eye than usual today.
He kind of just shakes his head rapidly.
He just nods and goes back to our horse.
Alright. So, you guys.
Oh, wait, one sec. How many people does my chef feat go for?
I believe it says in your thing, but I can look up real quick because off the top of my head. I think it's. Hold on, I'll just pull it up right now. It is short rest. It just says I think per food that allows creatures. It's basically 2 uses per long rest to make the treats that you can make. Are you can basically make as many as you have proficiency, and all creatures are equal 4 plus your proficiency, so 6. So.
Can I give my horse some food, and maybe
I love it.
maybe one other horse, but I don't know which one. Can I just roll a d3 and
Sure.
tell me?
Sure. Do it.
Or I'll roll a d6 just because it's easier. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's Nath. If it's a 2 or 3, it's Carrie. If it's a, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Continuing on. It's a 4, so it's Carrie's horse.
So you're coming over to my horse with something?
Yeah. I'm gonna come over to your horse with, I don't know, maybe I made like some octopus oatmeal. Does that sound reasonable? And then I'm gonna.
Is this the same as you gave to us?
I mean, it's sort of similar, but I'm not sure how they'd like the octopus, so I just made the oats part.
Oh well, if you like, I can ask them.
Oh, that'd be great. If you, I think they'd like it, but I don't really know.
I ask my horse how it feels about meat.
Oh, Yeah, that's a very good point. How do horses feel about octopus?
The horse seems to eat the food out of your hands.
They seem to be interested in trying.
All right, so yeah, I will just give our horses a little bit and give them the 5 temporary hit points as well.
Okay.
Nice.
And you also, as part of using the feat, you get to make 2 of those treats that anybody can eat to regain 2 hit points. So.
Yep.
You have Treatos.
Can I just make some like oat granola bars while I'm doing that, and that will be my 2 treats?
Love it.
All right. So the beginning of day 4, you guys have breakfast. You get yourself ready, prepped for the day. Greeny's a little quiet this morning. They seem to be in more of a contemplative state almost. But
Katie, tell me your backstory.
well, you see, I was at this place doing this thing for these.
Oh, was it with the guy?
And a girl, you know. Yes. No. But somebody go ahead and roll me a D8. And look, speaking of Greeny, he has arrived.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only person who hasn't rolled a D8 yet has been Ono.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's my turn.
Do it.
Oh no, guys. D8?
And I'll tell you if you need to re-roll it. You don't. Cool. I'm just keeping track. Because some you can only experience one time. So. Alright, so. As the 4 of you set out, you guys are... The morning goes by relatively uneventfully. You get to about the height of the day, between noon and 2. And as you guys are kind of just traveling, keeping an eye out, you see that not too far ahead of you, you see that there are a bunch of well, go ahead and roll perception checks for me, all of you.
There's a bunch of, well,
A bunch of
you'll
what?
find out.
A bunch of what?
Are we still cursed from last session? Did that affect ability checks?
It did, but your curse is over.
Sweet.
So, alright, between the 4 of you, you guys very easily notice it not too far. You hear the clanging of swords and shields, and you see this giant demonic looking creature, and as you kind of take it in, you see that there are 4 soldiers fighting a giant demon looking creature. They don't notice you, and this demon seems to be having its attention focused on them right now. What do you guys do?
We see uniforms.
Yep, and then you see this thing too. If you want
And
to,
are the uniforms familiar at all?
you can roll history if you want.
Right.
I would like to do the same.
Absolutely. Okay.
I've been in the woods my whole life. I don't know.
You do notice, with the 7, that it's a combination of drow, human, and orc that are there fighting this big creature. But Naf, they look to you to be members of the Aurora Watch. So, and you know that the Aurora Watch patrols the roads in Jorhaus on behalf of the Kreen dynasty. And they typically try and keep it as safe as possible for travelers, and that's likely what they're doing right now.
These are not the same people who were at the fort very beginning, right? These aren't the same dudes.
Not to the best of your knowledge. They might
Well,
be.
as in like they don't share the same coat of arms or whatever as the guys from that fort.
Let me double check 1 second so that I am sure here. I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, I would tell everyone this information and suggest that maybe we just go around this time.
That's sort of what I was thinking. I don't really like the look of that thing.
It is unnatural. It needs to die.
I mean, they look like they have it in hand. They look like they have it in hand.
No, they don't. They look like they're having a bad time.
How far away are they?
They're probably like 50 feet ahead of you guys.
50 feet.
They are keeping the roads safe. If you all would like to go around, I will catch up with you. And I'm gonna kick my horse into a gallop.
Okay. So I'm gonna move you closer just so I know that you're over there.
If she's going, I gotta go too. I'm sorry. You guys could go around if you need to.
That is up to you. What do the other two of you wish to do? Nav? Oh no. What are your guys' choice?
Hmm. Hmm.
It's just
They're torn, man. They're torn.
I feel you.
And that's legit.
Oh, her
It's
sound just
fine.
died. Gotcha. I was like, well, I got it.
I
Alright.
guess I'll go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You
Alright,
get
so put
in
you there.
here.
Alright, so what we'll do then is we'll toss up initiative tracker and we'll get this started, and then if Ono is joining, Ono will be also involved in initiative. So let's do it. I'm not gonna say that they're forcing themselves into initiative because I'm not gonna take player agency away. Oh, it looks like she wants to. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I have to leave the roll 20 for a second because it's the only way for me to fix the sound on my computer.
Now you're good.
But I rolled my initiative, and
And you're first. Oh.
my attacks are +6.
I can just pull up your sheet.
Yeah, cool.
And you just
Sorry.
do you want to go
My
into you want to go into a
with it.
rage or just attack straight?
Yeah, I'll rage.
Okay.
I feel like this thing looks weird and scary, and so I'm gonna scary myself into a rage.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
All right. So you rage. I assume you jump off your horse, run your way into here, and we will go ahead and have you do 2 attacks. Are you using a one-handed weapon or your great axe?
I'm using. I'm gonna use my shield and my. I think one more hammer.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me toss your shield on you. So you have your big ass AC at 20, and your warhammer. All right. So here's your first attack. It is a 17 to hit, which does hit
Nice.
for 8 damage. Let me double check this monster. All right. So as you hit it, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you're expecting. So you do 4 damage rather than the 8, and then a 20 does hit for another 8, so another 4.
I don't. Wait, do I have a second attack?
Oh, you're right, you don't. I lied. You're not level
Nope,
5
I
yet.
don't have a second attack.
So you did 4 damage. Great.
4 damage. That's all I get.
This one, seeing you run in, first of all, you see as you like sprint in, you see all of these veterans kind of look, and they acknowledge that you're running in to kind of help, and they're like, thank you. And it runs up following your lead to attack this demon. It's gonna go ahead and make 2 longsword attacks. 1, 2, and it misses twice. Greenie.
Okay. First off, do any of the veterans seem to have life-threatening wounds? Like, is there anyone on the ground or something?
No, it looks like they're not on death's door or anything. They were having a hard time in that they didn't seem to be able to connect their attacks fully, and this thing was like they blocked a lot of their attacks, but they were having a hard time with it in that they can't do any real damage to it, and it's just tanking these hits and swinging back at them. Like this guy right here looks pretty hurt comparatively, but he's not the most hurt. It looks like he kind of backed up to get some range between him and the demon.
Okay. Well then in that case, I'll let out a quiet roar to everyone, but for the demon, it's very loud and threatening, and I'll cast Dissonant Whispers.
Yes.
Wow, even with advantage and a +4, it fails.
Yes, sir. And it runs away, and I get all of my opportunity attacks.
It does run away for 7, and that means that we'll say these two. This guy down here is a little further away, so we'll say
Okay.
it takes an attack from Ono and from these two veterans, and it's got to go 30 feet. So we'll just say it moves to like here. So Ono, you get an attack on it, and 2 veteran longsword attacks. 1, 2. So 1 hits and 1 misses, and then do you need me to roll for you?
Yes, please.
All right.
I have roll 20 up on my phone.
Well, you rolled a natural 20. For 15 plus 2 from your rage, so 17. So I did 9. All right, Greenie. Anything else in your turn?
No, I'm good. Maybe move up a little bit, but other than that, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So this demon is pissed that you made it run away in fear.
Yeah.
But it can only get back to the group where it was at, so it's gonna move back here, back to these 3. And since everybody made attacks at it, it's gonna go ahead and return the favor. It's gonna take a bite at Ono, and then 2 claw attacks, one at each of the veterans that are right there. So the bite against Ono is a 21 to hit for 9 damage. So we'll do that real quick.
So close. You just needed to roll 1 lower, and it
But
wouldn't have hit.
it's all right. You only I had to roll 2 lower because it would hit on 20.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So then it pretty much just 8 away. It's your temporary hit points. You're fine. Oh, and you're raging, so it's half of that actually. So it was 9 reduced to 4. So you actually would have had 3 temporary hit points left. So let me actually heal you back up to your temporuni magoonies. There you go. You're back up. And it's gonna take 2 claws, 1 at each of the veterans, an 11 and a 17. The 17 will hit, and he catches this bottom guy right here. Well, this guy. It is his turn's over. All right, so this one is going to move in because he was about 15 feet away. So he's going to move in, and he's going to go ahead and take a short and a long sword attack because he's wielding 2 swords. Natural 1 and a 9. Carrie, it is
Yikes.
your turn.
Okay, so these guys are looking like at least a little rough, right?
Yeah, this guy right here is looking pretty okay, and this guy down here is looking pretty okay. This guy you saw just take a claw to the face, and this guy looks worse than the others, but he's not like on death's door. So
Okay.
it looks like the battle didn't start too long before you guys happened upon this. So
All right. And would I be able to get to this guy
yeah, if you want
with
to get there.
what movement I have? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm gonna, basically hop off my horse and slap it on the neck and tell it to, run back so you don't get hurt. And I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to bonus action take my starry form, but this time, it's like a little cup made of stars is floating just like right over my palm. So I'm doing the chalice, and I'm going to cure wounds, first level. Ah, Jesus. Okay. And when I do that, I can also heal somebody else within the range, which that other person should be, and they also get a 1d8 plus 4. So shall I just take that roll for both of them?
Sure.
Okay. So both of them healed 5 points. And I'm gonna stay right where I am. What is it? About, say 40 feet to the creature? Is that
No.
about 40 feet?
Alex.
Oh, I was
He
muted. Sorry.
gone.
Yep. Yeah, I was fixing that because my thing messed up. Yeah, I'd say from where you are with the veteran, you're probably like 35 feet away from the
Yeah.
demon.
That's fine.
Cool. All right. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
All right. This veteran who took that claw to the face, he is going to step back, take the attack of opportunity, so he can pull out a crossbow. Well, that misses. So he's going to pull out a heavy crossbow and take a shot at the demon with a 17, which will hit for a bolt of 3
damage.
He walks
baby.
out, he just shoots it, and doesn't do very well. But then he's gonna continue moving back a little bit more to about there. Naf.
Yes, hi. Let's see here. You know what? Start out with a good old tried and true.
That hits 4. And we said it's not changing the damage type, right? It's just blood.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it does. You hit it, and it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you were expecting.
Cool. Where is it? Bonus action, final sacrifice. And then it's my turn.
This one looks over to you, Carrie, and just nods in acknowledgement. Says thanks. And he's gonna shoot at a crossbow, heavy crossbow at this Hezro. He feels a lot better now. He crit. Still not penetrating as deep as he would like, but he hit him pretty much in one of his eyes, and you see
That, sir, is what she said.
Damn.
Oh no, it is back to you. And now, with everyone where they need to be, I need you to go ahead and make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw as the stench of this Hezro is permeating your nose holes. You are not poisoned until the next turn, and you are in fact immune to its stench for 24 hours.
I'm like, I can't notice how smelly you are.
It's only the creatures within 10 feet of it, so you ain't gotta make that save. Yeah, you're good.
Autopilot.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just gonna kapow with the Warhammer. That is not a good
Damn.
pow.
That's rough.
Okay, unfortunately, that does not hit.
I didn't think it would.
Alright, anything else on your turn?
Is it possible for me to like strafe around it to get flanking with this guy for this guy's next turn?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because I totally forgot about like anything that I could do to get advantage. But
Yep.
At least the next guy can have it.
All right. So this veteran who is standing right beside you is just covering his face, and he is also not poisoned by the stench. And he's gonna go there and take 2 longsword attacks at this boy. Missing with the first one as he's covering his face, and with that second one though he does connect with a slashing longsword. Greeny.
Okay. Have any of those crossbow bolts maybe stuck into him so I can cast heat metal? Little possibility there.
We'll say there's a 50-50 chance. Do you want high or do you want low?
Oh, give me high. I've been rolling good today.
There you go. Yep, one of them.
Let's go. Okay, I'm casting heat metal on the crossbow bolt.
love this strategy so
Okay.
much.
It does do fire damage, so he'll be resistant. But god damn it, I'm getting this. And if they don't pull out the crossbow bolt, I think he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Yeah.
Alright, so he's just got to make a con save, I think, to see if he can. Or drop the object. If it doesn't drop it, it has disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of your next turn. Okay.
Yeah.
So, great. So it's going to make a con save. It's a magical effect, so it's at advantage. Alright, it has a +8. Here we go. 23.
What the hell?
So,
okay.
so it's still in there. It just doesn't have disadvantage on attacks and checks and stuff. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
so that's where we're at. And,
Um.
on your turn, you can just make him take more damage.
Yeah. Okay. That's my turn.
Alright. The Hezro, feeling it in his eye, but it doesn't really seem to be bothering him too much. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna try and hit the guy directly below him. He's just gonna focus his attacks, biting and clawing. So bite, claw, claw.
God damn.
Mm,
All right.
well, only the second one hit, so you know. Okay. The Hezro is just stankin'. That's his turn. This guy's got to make a con save. After he gets clawed, you see that his face kind of pulls away, and this man is poisoned now. So, he sees that you're up there, and he would otherwise have disadvantage on attacks, but because you're flanking with him, he just gets straight rolls on attacks. So, a long sword and a short sword attack. The 18 will hit, the 10 will miss, so he does a total of 3. Okay. This guy is just hacking and coughing up, like, poison-filled snot. Carrie.
Could I tell if it didn't seem as much bothered by fire damage as we would like?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
This thing is
Okay.
tanky, man.
Yeah. Gonna
Plus 8
try
con
something.
resistant to air.
Gonna try something new. So I'm going to stand up really straight, lift my hands up to the sky, and yell something in Druidic. And I'm casting Moonbeam. But just for flavor, let's have the Moonbeam be bright red. And you can see, like, up at the top of it, just like a little starry, spectral version of Ruidus.
Alright.
And that's a con 14 save.
It will make it on its turn. So, when it starts its turn there, or it enters for the first time.
Right.
So, you don't have to worry about that until its turn. So, but at least
And
it is half damage.
that is my turn.
no
Yeah.
matter what. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little thing on you. Do we have any fun ones up here? Probably not. Do you want a grenade?
Sure.
You have a grenade.
It's a Ruidus
God damn.
grenade.
It is, in fact, a Ruidus grenade. Alright, this veteran, he's just going to do what he did. He's going to shoot you see him after he shot his first crossbow bolt, loaded up a second one, taking a shot at the guy. With a 6, it just goes, whoom, just goes flying right past. Naf, you are up.
Cool. We're just gonna do tried and true. Just, pew, pew, pew.
2, 2, 3, that is 7. I can't do math.
Yes. You're correct.
Excellent. Anything else on?
No, I'm keeping the distance.
Don't mind me. Just hit the wrong button.
No, you are good. This guy, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna pop a heavy crossbow bolt. Poorly, might I add. Oh no.
I'm going. Okay, so this thing, has it attacked me?
Not in the last turn, but since you attacked it, your rage didn't fall. So, you're good.
Right. I was just thinking, like, I don't feel like I've experienced the true suffering of its hits.
No, you just Felt some stink. That's
Yeah,
all.
well, I mean, I already have advantage from the flank, so I don't need to reckless. But it was tempting.
There you go. All right.
Wait, that click or not?
It did not seem to.
There we go.
19. That hits. For 7.
That's 7.
Cool. You connect, but the thickness of
Cool.
its hide, you don't seem to do as much as you would expect.
If I was not raging, I would say, guys, I need a magic weapon. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that would be the correct thing to say.
But I'm raging, so it just comes out as ah!
Fair. All right.
Can I translate that using speak down?
Indeed. And this is also your moonbeam, by the way.
Okay.
So, just tell me where you want to move it. But yes. Okay. Next up, we have this gentleman who is going to, yeah, he's gonna do what he does. Attack with 2 long swords.
Do his thing.
Do his thing. All right, hit both times. For 13.
Alright,
So he
alright.
makes 7. This demon's starting to look not great. I mean, he's not on death's door, but he's not looking great.
That's what I
Uh, Greeny.
Okay. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on it, trying to psychically push the crossbow bolt a bit further into his skin. Sweet. And as a bonus action, I'll recast Heat Metal. So
He looks confused, and his eye is hurting him a little bit. He's not having a
Yeah.
good time.
feel it, man.
All right, so this Hezro has got to make a con save against your radiant, and it made a 20. So you can go ahead and roll that damage again if you want. What damage?
Not me, right?
No, it's for the moonbeam.
Yeah, okay.
What's your moonbeam damage?
You want to just take that 12 I rolled?
Yeah, sure. He'll get 6 from
Okay.
that bad boy.
Alright.
Cool. All right. Seeing that you turn and you're smacking at him and you're trying to get his attention, he's gonna turn and put his attention on you. Oh no!
Yeah, that seems valid.
Here comes a bite. And 2 claw attacks. So one of them hits you for 7, reduced by half because you're raging. So 4. And this demon who's poisoned, not the demon, this veteran is just gonna do what he's doing, but a regular attacks because no flanking advantage for him. Man, look at that! He's not as useless as he was a minute ago. All right, that's his turn. Kara.
So, yeah, let's see. Now, I can take attacks and maintain concentration on Moonbeam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm seeing that we're not doing as much damage as we would like to. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my scimitar and cast Shillelagh on it, which does make it a
Magical.
magic weapon, and take a strike.
All right, so you're gonna run up in there and do a smackaroony.
A bad smackaroony.
Oh, right. So I'll move you up because you gotta be basically here.
Oh, yeah,
Get there.
thanks.
Yep, cool. 11 does miss.
Yeah, big surprise there.
All right, the guy who was behind you is gonna take a heavy crossbow bolt shot. Just bang! You just see these bolts just flying past your head unsuccessfully. Naf. We'll say for this, yeah, sure, why not? For right now.
Just 3 more of these.
Okay, look at that, 10 damn ouch.
I was gonna say because it says a club or a quarterstaff.
I think you should be able to shillelagh any one-handed weapon. So we're gonna say yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No,
I feel like it's supposed to
I
be
have a club.
non-metal
I have a
weapon.
quarterstaff
like-
if you'd rather.
no, you can use that. It's fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna change the damage like type.
Yeah.
It's not going to change the amount of damage you do because it effectively makes it the same.
Yep.
So it literally doesn't change anything about it. But I think it is supposed to be more of like a wooden weapon. But I like it with a shillelagh because I like to imagine a magical, scimitar just whack whack whack. So, but yeah. So, anything else on your turn, good sir?
No.
All right. This veteran, tired of missing with his crossbow, is gonna follow his healer into action, dropping his heavy crossbow and pulling out a longsword. And he's going to get over to this position and just attack this thing twice with 2 hands on the longsword.
Ooh, very fancy.
So less damage than had he used a 1, but that's fine. So he does 8. Well, he does 4 overall, really. But you know, this thing is just getting cut and hacked and slashed. Oh no.
I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yes, you are. In fact,
Well, I guess I'm flanking, but
you can
But-
roll it again and see if you get a crit. No, there you
yeah.
go. 6, 2, 8, 4. Okay. Like that math there. You remember with your every time you hit it with your class, you can move it 5 feet.
I know, but like, what? I'm just gonna smash it into my body at the moment.
Fair.
I have been aware of this, and it so far has been completely functionally useless. But someday it's gonna be great, as I shove somebody off a cliff or something. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This guy is gonna
It's just
follow.
inflating things in a way that it hasn't been helpful.
Hey, that's fair. This guy's gonna follow suit. And instead of just attacking one-handed with a longsword, he's gonna grab his longsword with 2 hands and follow the idea of his dude that just rolled 18 and 18. He immediately does better and does 13 damage, reduced to 7. This
I think if nothing else, we're being good examples.
yes. Greenie.
Okay. So for heat metal, it says I can use a bonus action to cause the damage again.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean I'm necessarily like recasting a spell. I can cast another spell, right?
Yeah, but if it's concentration, you'll drop
yeah,
the.
okay. So I'm gonna recast heat metal, get that extra bit of damage in there.
Okay. 8 reduced to 4. Got it.
And since everyone's like right next to it, I'm going to once again cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be 5 opportunity attacks if it fails.
Yeah.
If it
Get
fails.
it.
It's a wisdom save. Oh jeez. Advantage plus 4.
15.
Jesus.
Yes.
All right. So here's how this works. We'll just go top to bottom. So oh no, you have advantage because you're flanking. And then everybody else will just be straight rolls. So I'm not gonna move him. Oh, so wait. First he's gonna get 12 damage, and he's looking right messed up.
Yeah.
And he
Come on,
immediately
oh no.
he immediately runs. So oh no, can you kill him with a flanked
Come on.
shot?
Yeah.
Oh no. That misses as it goes to run. So this first, I'm gonna say they just get 1 attack rather than 2 because it's gonna be hard to swing 2 twice at the thing that's running away from you when you're not moving. So first guy, that hits for 2. Second guy, that will miss. Then it's you, Carrie.
All right.
You have your shillelagh macaroni.
Indeed I do. All right, was on the wrong thing. Let's see how I do. Oh my fucking god.
You miss very badly.
Yep.
Yep. This bottom guy who's all poisoned, who I'm forgetting to make
Come on,
saves
veteran.
for, he takes him down a solid chunk, but he's standing. He's barely standing, but he's standing, and it's more like
Got
he's
some
running.
work
He's like
to do.
over here. Yeah. I moved out of the moonbeam. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. So this, I'm gonna roll a intelligence. Oh man, I should not roll intelligence, but I said intelligence. It's gonna roll intelligence to see if it's gonna stay and fight or if it's gonna run away and try and live. We'll say the
Get
DC's.
out
We'll say
of
the
here.
DC's 13. It's gonna come back. And really only the veterans hit it, so it's gonna run back in, take a swipe at this top veteran, and then we'll see what happens from there. So bite. 24 for 14. That veteran's looking bad. A claw of 21 for 8.
Can I silver barbs that claw?
Sure.
Yes, please.
The bite you wanna, or
I don't want.
you wanna do the claw?
I mean, if I could do, I didn't call it on the bite, but if you'll let me do it on the bite, I'd gladly do that.
All right. Well, here I'll just re-roll it.
I don't want that veteran to die.
It's an 18, which still hits him, but he takes 4 less damage.
Okay. Advantage to no.
Yes. And then the claw, I took the damage off, and here's the second claw attack on this guy. Missed. All right. And because it didn't, does the wording of Moonbeam say when it enters it's there, or the first time on a turn, or let me double check real quick.
Yeah. let me check.
Or when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, it did. So you get to roll that 2d10.
Yes.
It has to make a con save against magic, so let me roll that too.
Okay.
It'll pass the save with 27. With
So we'll
6.
take 3.
Okay. It is. You see its flesh starting to be dissolved. It is this Aurora Watch's turn. 15 hit. 15 misses. And 9 misses. Carry.
I'm gonna go ahead and this is okay because it's looking like shit,
Yep.
right?
Yep. It's basically opening the front door to Death's house.
Okay, let's see if we can make it run inside and make it go down to the bonus room and cry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a swipe at it with my scimitar again.
Okay.
Because why not? Let's see if I can hit just once.
Just once.
I bet not.
Nope, unfortunately. You do
Okay,
not.
well, bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and healing word that one vet that's looking poorly.
All right. I do need you to make
And-
a con save though from his stank, since you're within
Okay.
10 feet of it now.
Sure.
The stench climbs into your nostrils and you feel nauseous, and you are considered poisoned for, well, until the start of your next turn. So, but that's not going to affect anything you did.
So that's 7 for the veteran. Is he still looking a little rough?
The one who just got jacked up by the Hezro.
Yeah.
He's looking about as bad as the guy was that you healed first. So.
Okay.
anyway.
Well, I'm gonna toss him the other heal from the chalice then.
Okay.
So I can take 10 more.
Jeez, he's looking right spicy now.
Okay.
Okay, this veteran is down here. He's actually gonna go and grab his other veteran here, and he is going to try and drag him forcibly out of the way. So, I'm just gonna say he's not gonna resist his buddy doing it. The Hezro is gonna go ahead and take a claw swipe, and he will miss. So, he's good. He dragged him out the way. Naf, it is your turn.
Well, you know what?
No, what?
Where is it? Here it is. We're gonna upcast this so I have 4 darts.
Go ahead and describe how you kill this Hezro demon.
Because of being a blood wizard and being all sent around blood, while his flesh is melting from the moonbeam, and taking inspiration from what you told us earlier, when we weren't playing, the missiles, the bloodied missiles, the veiny-like missiles, hit him where his flesh is melting, and just his body begins expanding until it's just an explosion of blood.
Oh.
Gross. All of you are covered in Hezro demon blood, including the veterans who are there, and they start vomiting, quite aggressively. And you guys,
Let's need a tattoo artist.
right? You guys are out of initiative.
I heard them.
Yes,
Yes, you need need that tattoo artist to get you that demon tattoo. Where is he at? Yeah. So as you guys destroy this Hezro demon, the what looks to be probably the leader, the stronger of them, this guy kind of steps to here and kind of calls his troops to come over here, and then looks. This seems to be a more of like an older looking human man, grizzled, maybe in his late 50s, early 60s. Looks like he's seen some shit. He's got very leathered, very wrinkled skin. He's got some scars that you can see on his face. His arms look very slashed and very worn, like he's seen battles and many a sword fight. And he has a cut from like one side of his left eye to his nose. So whenever he blinks, it looks like there's just a giant slash mark across there, and you can see it kind of on his upper cheekbone on that left side right there. And he looks at all of you and goes, "Oh, well, thanks. Thank you so much. Sorry, we weren't expecting any help. My name is Captain Sampson. I am one of the captains of the Aurora Watch that patrol these regions. How are you? Again, thank you.
As probably like as he starts to like go towards the group, my rage ends and I pop myself back into my shell for a second and roll back and forth and just kind of like it's just kind of gooey and sticky with the blood that's on me, and I'm just kind of like silently rocking.
Are they okay? He looks concerned for Ono's well-being.
It is I think that she does. I'm not entirely sure why, but I can check. But does anyone do you have a healer? Are you in need of?
Oh, we're fine. He looks around at the rest of his troops. It's okay. We get in scuffles like this pretty regularly, so we're pretty. We have good like combat medic prowess. Once we go to make camp for the evening, we'll bandage ourselves up a little bit better. We'll recover. We'll be okay. This is quite the norm for us. But nobody died, so we're well, I'd say that's a win, thanks to you guys. So
Very well.
I don't like to leave debts unrepaid, so here. And you see he walks over to one of his other veterans and digs through their bag and grabs a pouch. And he walks up to you, Carrie, since you're the one talking to him, and he says, "Take this as a reward for helping us, and I promise that we'll commend you to Taskhand Varen Thelis when we get back to Bazozan, letting them know that you were helping make sure the road stayed safe for travelers." Is there a specific moniker you all go by, or do you have names that you would like me to provide to them, or just
We are the champions. What? And I just turn to everybody else and I say, what are we the champions of?
I don't think we really have a name yet.
No, but we have the title, that we just won.
You guys are the champions of merit.
Yes.
We are this year's champions of merit.
Oh, all right. Well, I will let Taskan Varen know that the champions of merit, and I'll describe what you look like, to him, so that they're ready for you. Yeah, they are.
Sorry, just trying not to derail, but I'm like,
Yeah, that's their brother.
Cool.
So, just so you know.
Yes,
Cool thing.
I know what's going on here.
It's the sibling of a main character from campaign 2.
Got it.
But yes, Well, we'll be off. Good luck, and if you see another Hezro demon, I would say just. Well, you look like you handled it pretty well, but, you know, so. Good luck. We hope to. If you do ever make it to Bazozan, well, I hope you receive the praise you deserve. So, we'll be off. And you see that he, like, snaps his fingers together, and the four of the group just kind of get into a little marching formation, and they start walking.
Thank you very much, sir.
He nods. There you go. And this up.
I'm going to just walk over to Ono and kind of like lean down, sort of peer into the shells. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just, I get a little overwhelmed sometimes when I'm fighting, and then it's very startling when I come out of it, and I'm not very good at getting myself back up again.
You did very well. I'm gonna cast Gust if it looks like you're still kind of trying to get up.
I mean, I'm probably at least shaking out of fear, if nothing else. So you could probably work with it.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little carried away sometimes, and I don't really know how to control it. Not really. I just get angry.
Well, from where I was, it looked like bravery.
Well, I'm only really brave if I'm angry.
You seem to be putting it to good use.
I try.
Right, as you guys kind of reestablish yourselves on your horses and see that there's no further immediate threat or danger, you can pick back up your travels and continue south towards the Emerald Loop Caravan. And we'll say so this would have been day 4. Day 5, 6, and 7, not a lot goes on. You have a little bit of a sandstorm that rolls through that halts your travel for about 4 hours on the 6th day. But other than that, it's been very quiet, very dry, and very, very hot here. You see, off in the distance, you'll see like more bounders, and you'll see giant flying bat-looking creatures towards the evenings. But the next few days go by without anything really like out of the norm happening. So as you get to the night of day 7, towards the end of that day, is there anything you guys wish to do for the evening as you're setting up camp and whatnot?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I probably.
Go ahead.
I would like to try to spark a backstory conversation from people by basically asking them what their favorite food is, and being like, I mean, I appreciate that you eat what I'm making, but if you don't like it, then if there's anything else you'd like, I mean, obviously we're on the road and we don't have a lot of supplies and stuff, but if there's anything you'd really like, I could work towards learning how to do it. If you just tell me about what you like, I might be able to help.
I'm actually a big fan of fish. I've got a nice fishing pole, and you can see strapped on the side of his backpack is a pretty long fishing pole. I'm okay at it, but I'm not that great at cooking, so it'd be nice to get like a real decent fish meal every once in a while.
I definitely could help with that. I like cooking with fish. It's nice. We could work together on that one. Maybe you could catch a fish and I could cook them.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I did find I am also fond of fish when I was a bear.
But what about when you're not a bear?
I still like it. I think most of the things that I appreciate are in more, tropical.
Fish
So,
that are more tropical?
fruits.
Oh,
Um,
fruit. They
so,
both started with F, and my brain just connected them.
oh, understandable.
Are
So
you from
not
fruit that's tropical?
not as easy to do here, I think.
Yeah, this place doesn't seem to exactly scream tropical
No.
with demons running around.
I mean, maybe they're tropical demons.
Hmm.
What about you, Naf? What do you like to eat?
What is in my notes? What did I write?
He's got the favorite food
I'm trying to
exactly
find.
how it's prepared in his notes.
I'm trying to
Spanferkel.
find.
An
I'm trying to find that
expensive
table.
dish of suckling pig, roasted and
Ooh,
served
no,
at
wait,
royal
wait.
parties.
What is it? What is it?
It's a suckling pig, roasted and served at royal parties.
Hell yeah, my man.
That's his favorite food. It's what I rolled for.
Yeah, we all rolled, and I'm trying to find mine, and I can't find it.
I wrote down mine in my notes.
Does it have to be served at a party for it? More like it's just the type that's served at a royal party.
And you know what? It's gotta be a royal party.
You know,
Royal
You-
party or
It
bust.
doesn't count.
Yeah, royal party or bust.
Naf, did you go with royal parties a lot? I didn't strike you as the kind of guy to be like that.
You know, I was lucky when I was younger.
Oh. Alright, that's cool. Was your family royals?
We just got invited once or twice.
Hmm. That's pretty cool. I never really got the chance to be with a lot of nobles, you know? But I mean,
Yeah, they all
I
suck
hear it.
anyways.
yeah, I hear they're all like stuck up, so I'm not too upset I missed out on the experience.
The food's good though.
Oh, I'm sure. They got professional cooks working for them.
Making
Oh,
Spanferkel.
the
I'm gonna say that name
suckling pig
so many
at
times.
royal party.
Dude,
Perfect.
Spanferkel. Sounds like an insult. Like, you goddamn Spanferkel.
It really does. Whatever.
That would be quite
That's
the
how it
insult to
is.
call someone.
That's the next vicious mockery.
Spam.
Dan Perkle.
Alright.
Imagine getting called a suckling pig, man. I mean, come on.
I mean, that is even whether it's Spanferkel or not. It still sounds bad if you call someone something big.
True story. So, as you guys kind of talk food and kind of bed down for the night, you guys find rest in your respective tents and whatnot. And Greenie, as you are sleeping, you have a dream, one that you have had before, but normally it's not quite as long as you have right now. As you're finding yourself falling to sleep, and you wake up, you see your home village of Palebank Village. You see the waves of the water splashing up on the docks, crashing over the rocks. You see white foam kind of gathering at the edges of the land. You smell the salt in the air. this night it's very dark. You're able to see because of the lights that are being emitted from the houses that are built into the coast right there. And as you're kind of looking, you start to see people making their way back home from whatever they were doing in the later hours of the evening. You see dwarves, elves, a few gnomes, and sporadic other races making their way back. A couple dragonborn here or there. You see, surprisingly, a minotaur, but you know there's one or two minotaur families that live in the village. They're new. They're more recent additions, but you know they're there. You've met them. You have a relationship with a lot of the people in the town. They know you because you're a talker. But you kind of watch this for a little while. You start to feel at home. You start to feel a sense of homesickness, and as you're starting to feel almost like a pleasant memory, like remembering the good times you had at home, you start to hear voices, kind of spreading doubts that you'll never be able to fix it. You'll never be able to solve the problems that you created. You'll never be able to use the magic in the way that you want. And as you kind of start trying to shake these voices out, you see a pair of eyes just open, just as scarlet as blood. These eyes are red. You see them kind of open, and they're right in front of you. And then you shake your head and try and make them disappear, and they fade. And as you walk further into the Pale Bank village towards your home, you see the eyes appear again, this time over your right shoulder. And you kind of, like you're swatting at a mosquito, you brush them away. And you make your way to your home, where you you see your parents. Your mother's crying. Your father's trying to comfort her, and they don't seem to look up to the window or acknowledge your presence as you're staring in. Everything around you kind of falls quieter. You hear the sounds of the waves picking up, almost like a storm is approaching, which you're not unaccustomed to. Storms do happen in this village quite frequently. The sound starts to become louder and louder until it's deafening, and then you see the red eyes again. This time they're larger, about the size of a head, one on either shoulder, and they kind of float out, and they turn, and they, rather than looking at you, it's like they're looking into you. And then the eyes themselves fly into your house and kind of disappear. And you feel like they're pulling you to go in and kind of reach out and talk to them. But as you reach out to kind of touch the window to knock, to kind of move your way around to the door to maybe enter, you feel that you can't walk further forward. It's almost like gravity is grabbing you by your shirt and kind of dragging you backwards in a way. Even though you have the urge to move forward, you can't. Like something is not letting you go. Something is resisting you moving forward into it. And as you fight that resistance a little more and more, you eventually snap awake into a cold sweat. You find yourself laying in the dark in your tent, sweat soaked. You hear the snoring of the horses, and you hear the sleeping habits of your companions. And as you kind of lay there, you see the sun start to rise as some of the rays break their way in through your tent, and you kind of lay there just by yourself, remembering and reliving this dream again.
I'm gonna try to start a fire for everyone in the morning. Get ready to, I don't know, cook something maybe.
All right,
Just get my mind off of things.
absolutely. You should make the fire and you start kind of messing around with some cooking utensils. You guys awake to the sounds of cooking utensils being utilized, expecting it to be Ono, as that has kind of become the norm. And you see Ono kind of pop their head out of their tent, and you see Greenie making breakfast on a fire that looks like it's been burning for about 45 minutes. Seems to already be
Does
awake.
he look like he's completely fucking up breakfast?
Huh? You do have breakfast being made, yes. I don't know what you said before that because you broke up.
No. Oh, does he look like he's completely fucking it up?
Oh,
It's not going great,
roll
but I'm making
me
do.
roll me a
It's just toast. It's fine.
let's say you just roll a sleight of hand check. Greenie.
Perfect. I can do that.
I mean it's
Oh,
it's not burning anything. It's not looking
It's
terrible.
really good toast.
it's not Ono level, but I mean, I'm doing all right.
He's not breaking the equipment. So it's okay. It's edible. It's okay. So
I feel like just out of like not wanting to be insulting, I'm just gonna let him finish.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
Like I want to re-give us more temporary hit points, but I feel like I feel like it would be rude for me to intervene at this point. So I'm just gonna like, you know, offer to help serve it and accept that we don't get temp hit points today because I don't want to get in a would be insulting to my friend who made us food.
all right.
Is everyone awake by this time?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Once everyone's down and eating, I'll start talking. So, let's talk a little bit. I'm just gonna come out right and say it. The reason why I'm out in the road is sort of because I was scared of what would happen at home. And I may not have left in the best relationships with some people I know, especially my parents. And I'm gonna be honest, I really feel bad about that. And not only that, they might be in danger.
from what?
I don't live in a necessarily friendly place. It's a small village and it's in a pretty harsh environment. A lot of dangerous monsters lurk around. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know if I can leave them, man. This was a lot of fun. I'm really glad I met you guys, but I think I need to go back to them.
Ooh. Have you received some sort of warning, or this seems very
Yeah.
this seems very, what's the expression? Out of blue?
Okay. I've had a couple nightmares before, but I had one last night and it was really vivid. I think it just got me to realize to just stop trying to run away from the problem.
Are they in danger because of you directly?
No. I didn't do anything to them. It's an outside source. You It's not something necessarily you should worry about. Just dangerous monsters out in the wild. But I don't think they're very well protected. And I don't want to leave. I don't want to live my life on a bad relationship with them. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna go off and try to go back and live with them.
You would go off on your own from here.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay.
I
I'll
don't
avoid anything.
I don't Greeny, you are very capable, but traveling alone through this place. How far will you have to be? How far do you have to go to get home?
It's a decent travel, but it's not like across the country. It's just a bit up north. And I'm pretty good with just avoiding fights in general. If I get into a sticky situation, I bet I can make it out.
How far up north?
Would I know time limit? Like a couple weeks maybe?
You would.
By horse travel?
You would know how long it is. It's up to you if you want to tell the truth on how far it is, though.
It's probably just a week or two up north. And I know the terrain pretty well. I came from there to down here. I've traveled it before.
Were you alone then?
Yeah. By myself. No problems. I was able to get here pretty safely. I can't keep running away. I hope you understand.
Speaking,
It's not running away. Sometimes it's running to something.
Well, maybe in other
Yeah,
cases.
but I'm a big fan of running away. I do like running away myself. It's a fun method.
I don't think there's gonna be any good with me staying out here.
you mean that you think you cannot help with what we are attempting to do?
No, I think I could, but I also think you're perfectly capable of doing it yourselves. I wouldn't be leaving if I thought that I was the one like keeping you guys alive, or if I was holding you back. Like, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm leaving because I want to.
I mean, I don't think I would have gotten these medals if it hadn't been for you. I mean, I'm not saying that those would life or death, but we do appreciate having you around.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, but it's something I gotta do. I'm sorry. I really am.
You require help, yes.
No,
Jinx.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay. You don't need to worry about me.
I mean, just because we don't have to doesn't mean we aren't gonna. I like to worry about lots of things.
Just focus on the task at hand. Focus on finding this Elixion guy, getting more information. Talk to the rivals a bit. You don't need to worry about me. I should be the least of your problems.
I don't know that worry is not the right word, Greeny. We do see that you're capable. My worry about you traveling alone, as I said, has nothing to do with distrust of your strength. It's just there are many things here that are, you know. I just I do wonder, as Ono asked, if there is something we could do to help. And I feel that the star that spoke to me last night is that of the avatar of Ayun. Do you know Ayun?
No, I'm sorry.
No, all right. Ayun is a mentor, a teacher, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that values logical thinking and solving problems,
Mm.
uncovering not secrets but mysteries, and sometimes the danger of this is not listening to advice. So you see, with the stars, it can, there are things to think about that are positive, things that are bad. And if one of us were to explain your problem, whatever the danger is, as their danger, you tell one of us that we should do it ourselves.
Would I tell one of you if you would do it yourselves? You should do it yourselves. Did I hear that right?
Yes, if I
If
were
you're
to tell you
facing that
about this danger,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, first off, like I said, I live in a pretty small village. It's not really a village of warriors or anything. You're already more than capable than most of the people there. And secondly, I'm, in all honesty, not completely sure what it is that's threatening the village,
So it is a
but
mystery to be discovered.
it is a mystery. But I don't want to just leave the village out for slaughter, and I especially not my parents. I could not live with myself if I did that.
Understandable.
And I think if I at least warn the villagers of what's coming, we could put up a good fight against it. If it turns out to actually need a fight, it could turn out to just be a little puny monster I could handle on my own.
But it might be it might be large.
It could be. But,
I
at
for one
least...
I for one hope you do not leave, or that you would consider asking us for help.
Okay, but I don't know how you would help. That's the problem.
I mean, moral support can be very helpful.
What was that?
Moral support.
Moral support? Hey, if you want to give me some moral support, I would love that. Cheer me on as I'm riding off into the sunset. Or sunrise, I guess. That would be wonderful, but other than that, I'm not sure without you guys also just coming along with me and just splitting up the party, but I don't think that would be the best choice.
I
mean,
do an insight check, please, to see if this is really what's going on with.
I will tell you because there is nothing an insight check is going to indicate to you that
Okay.
anything he's saying is not what he's saying.
Gotcha.
This is truth from the heart, baby. Listen, I don't think there's anything you can say that would make me stay. I have to go back.
Well, of course we cannot force you.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun, though. You know, we got to become the champions of merit together. And I'll probably remember that for a long time. Once we pack up camp, I'll leave my own way.
In that case, I wish you well, and may the wind be at your back.
Thank you.
As you pack up your your campsite for the day, Greenie, you get on your horse and you kind of ride off opposite of the direction of the sunrise, but towards the west.
Before leaving,
Yes.
Naf hasn't said a single word during all of this, but before leaving, he would ride up or he would walk up to Greedy, and he would hand him the letter of friendship that you all wrote to Naf, and he just silently hands it to Greenie, and it has a check mark.
Oh man. Oh Naf. Oh man, Oh, okay. I guess take my pipes of haunting in return to remember me by. I don't know how to repay this. This means a lot to me. This is the most I can give you, Naf. And I'll hand you the pipes we got in the very early of the campaign.
Okay.
You now have pipes of haunting. Greenie takes the letter, puts it in your bag, and you hop on your horse, and you slowly but surely start to ride west, knowing that you have quite a journey ahead of you to return home. You guys just kind of stand there, and you see Greenie just kind of make his way to the top of a hill. And with one last look over, you see Greenie kind of go over the crest of the crest of this hill, and no longer in your line of sight. Greenie is on his way back to his home.
Take me home.
And you guys hop on your horses and continue on for the day. A somber day. A day of loss that you weren't necessarily expecting, as one of your recent friends has decided to do what they need to do for themselves and, well, their family. You guys, by the end of this day, the three of you start to hear some noises in the distance. Sounds like noises of people, and you start to see some smoke emanating from what looks like a larger campsite. And as you guys make your way towards this large campsite, we are gonna go ahead and take a break. Okay, so as you guys, towards the evening, you see a large stand of trees rising out of the barren wasteland. The leaves of dozens of towering oaks rustle in the breeze, and the scent of a bonfire wafts from a trail of smoke rising from not far ahead. The path through the trees is deeply rutted by the work of countless wagon wheels, and a wooden sign posted at the head of the path, bears the decorated shepherd's crook that is the holy symbol of Melora the Wild Mother, and the words, Emerald Loop Caravan Stop. And you guys find yourself here. Um, you guys should be able to see the loop now. If you guys, whoever wants to, can make a history check as you approach the main spot. Oh, wow.
I think I may have accidentally clicked out of D&D Beyond or something.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Ha, I didn't even mean to make a pun on your name, but it worked.
I don't like this. It feels weird not having a fourth history roll.
With that history check, oh no. You can recall from your times with the brigade, learning that there are different stops throughout Wildemount that people put up to have protected safe travel and rest. And you know that this itself is one of those waypoints. It's a very respected waypoint that's existed for over 150 years. And it's also said that some of the best hunters, shopkeepers, cooks, whatnot in the wastes will stop here to sell their catches. And that the best Mastodon corundle in the Kryn dynasty is sold here. And you know that the Mastodon, word that I can't say again because I clicked away from it, is, I think it's a food. I'll have to find it. Where'd it go? Anyway. But yes, so you guys arrive there, and go ahead and make me religion checks too. Okay. Alright. So, Carrie and Naf, looking at the sign that had the holy symbol of Melora, you guys remember hearing about it somewhere, that a tree ant named Wandering Oak first seeded this little forest, and that she later entrusted it to a pair of dryads of the Wild Mother who called themselves the Acorn Sisters. You know that they allow a little bit of logging, because you can see that there are some trees that have been cut down, but knowing dryads that if anyone takes more than they are allowed to take, there will be harsh punishments. So, and you know, oh no, the Mastodon corundle is a savory dish. It's a hearty rice bowl topped with spicy grilled mastodon and smoky flavored corun, a vegetable like a deep red squash grown in Roshona's sunless gardens.
Oh god, I need some of that in my life. Would I have ever eaten that before?
No.
Like in my Darrington travels? No.
Nope.
Oh god, I just need it.
It's a food
need
you've
it
heard
right
of,
now.
but you've never
In real life.
managed to acquire it, because getting vegetables grown where there is no sun is very hard to do. So.
Yeah. I'm excited.
But yeah, you guys have this map to maneuver yourself wherever you would like. Go ahead and move wherever you want to be. You do see as you get closer this way, I'll move you this way a little bit, that the forest opens into a large clearing nearly 100 feet across. You hear music, laughter, and savory aromas of fresh cooked food and wood smoke drifting through the air. On the west side of the clearing, so like
Cool.
right here, there is a full-grown horizon-back tortoise, and you see on the back of that is the homestead of a family of goblins who seem to be making some repairs to the structure. And on the other side of the clearing, 7 covered wagons encircle a bonfire, and a rope fence has been set up at the north of this encampment to contain the oxen. So up here. So.
there is there anybody who are like near the oxen that seem to be taking care of them or anything? I'm
Every
just wondering if that's a good place to like put our horses.
yeah, it seems you see someone every now and again walk over and kind of feed the oxen, but it seems to just be a place where travelers just set up their animals to be able to rest for the night because it's quite large. There's only a few oxen up in there, but there's more than enough space for your horses to go and be able to walk around and rest and stretch their legs however they want without someone necessarily having to care for them.
I can take the horses up to that corral if the two of you wish to begin to look around.
I'm gonna go look for some food. I'm really excited about the delicacies of this area. I've heard about it, but I've never been here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that you go with the horses, and I'll just move the horse tokens up here. And you go up there. And you can follow your nose, Ono, to finding...
I would go with Ted.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way in here, and you find there are a lot of people around this fire. If you were to step here, you can actually see everyone. You see all these folks. You smell the food from the fire. You hear laughter, and as you kind of make your way through, there people wave you over, and Gaia here beckons for you to sit, and then they shove a bowl of this mastodon corundle your way.
I just like shove my face in it.
As you eat it, it is probably one of the best things you've ever tasted. And,
Oh yeah.
yep. And you tomorrow will wake up. Whatever, if you make breakfast, you'll get your temporary hit points, but this will be for you specifically on top of that, an additional 3. So whatever you get in the morning for your stuff, just go ahead and add another 3. So, or whenever you do it next, so you'll have 3 more.
Cool.
And you can learn the recipe if you want.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I'd like to ask to know the recipe.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna pull up my like a recipe book that's almost empty, and just start like copying it down.
All right. So here's the name of the dish, and here is the description of the dish. As you're sitting there, eating and enjoying food, what are the other 2 of you doing? Going anywhere in particular?
After dropping off Ted, I'd probably walk to the place and join.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna go join the campsite?
Yeah.
Same.
All right. So I'll just put you guys on some.
Yeah, just warp myself in there.
We'll do this. We will have you guys all kind of share in the same benchy bench. You guys can all fit there. So you guys all get handed some of this mastodon corundle. And as you guys are sitting there, these 2 over here, they kind of you catch them staring at you for more than what's a normal amount of time, more than an appropriate amount of time. They're just watching.
Just the 3 of us in general?
Yeah.
Which 2? Thank you. I just look at one of them and catch their eye and just kind of tilt my head and stare at them.
They don't say anything. They still just stare, and they tilt their head like in a mimicking way.
Do they speak common? Like do they look like they're do they look like they don't understand her, or like is it just like them being?
Are they human?
Yes, they're human.
Okay.
They're just kind of staring at you like they're trying to figure something out as they just kind of watch.
I don't like this. I keep my head down.
Okay.
When we were walking in, did any of us spy the other rival party?
No, he did not.
Okay.
I feel like we were trying to catch up to them, but I forget why.
Because we have a knife.
We have a knife from Shaggy's sibling or family member who died.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew there was like a reason beyond like we wanted to be their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's a bad reason to want to follow people, but like.
Go
But
ahead.
maybe creepy if we're
We're
following
just
them
gonna
across the desert.
we're stalking them, and we're gonna deliver one of them a family member's blood-soaked knife, and be like, "Your family member's dead."
Oh my god.
Go ahead and all of you roll me investigation checks.
Oh no! I'd like to imagine that my natural one is fueled by me just like getting, trying to go get another bowl of food and then spilling it all over me and then getting distracted by that and
Yeah,
not actually investigating anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
thought maybe you were licking your bowl, but yours is better.
The two of you, as you are just kind of still staring at the two who are staring at you, they have similar features to Irvin Wastewalker, the shaggy-like looking person that you had previously seen.
Oh.
And then they finally stand up and they look at you. And this first one, he goes, so I think we owe you an apology. And you see that.
Oh no! Immediately is like shit. We've been poisoned.
You see that they, the battle axe that they have, they leave it just leaning against the log. They don't reach for any type of weapons or anything like that. And the others kind of look at them for a second and go back to their business. The other folk around the fire. But you see that they're standing up and they kind of just bow a little bit to you, and he kind of pats the lady beside him, and she follows suit. And he says, "We yeah, we were cowards, and we did not help you in that fight with the Vrock, and we should have." You see, we were fighting the Udak, and well, then the Vrock started attacking, and so we just laid down and pretended we were corpses. We buried ourselves under the bodies of our fallen compatriots, and we let you fight the Vrock alone. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I mean, I'm sure it would have been much easier if once you saw that people were coming to help if you tried to do something.
Yeah, probably, but we were also pretty hurt, and we just would rather have not maybe died. So, sorry. Although we do owe you the little demon thingies were about to find us before you showed up and you got their attention. So, thanks.
Ono's actually like a little steamed. And is currently trying like some breathing exercises to like not go into an unnecessary rage, cause she's just pissed.
It's like sorry. They just keep apologizing over and over.
I say, and I'm actually looking a little bit more at Ono. As it turns out, no harm done. I can see why you might not want to take on all of that. I believe we may have something of yours.
Oh, what is it?
Who has the knife? Is it you, Nath?
I gave it to you to deliver.
Oh, right. Okay, so I will get the knife out of my bag.
You see their eyes get very, very wide, and they go, "Is that is that our father's dagger?" And they kind of
I
walk.
mean, we
They
wouldn't
step
know
towards
whose
you
dagger it
very
was
quick.
because
They
we just found it.
they
Thanks to y'all's cowardly asses.
he is not acknowledging you calling him cowardly. He seems to be solely focused on the dagger and just kind of lets your words just bounce off his back. He goes, "Oh, I know it's gonna be a lot to ask, but would you be willing to trade it?"
We actually came here on purpose to return this.
Oh, well, great. Mogra, grab the axe. They deserve it. They deserve it anyway. And you see Mogra, who you assume to be his sister when he said our father, steps over with an axe, and hands you a battle axe, with one hand and reaches out for the dagger in the other.
I hand over the dagger, and I just immediately hand the great axe to Ono.
So you now have a +1 battle axe.
Oh, I just start like stroking it and like holding it like a teddy bear, like trying to like have it comfort me in this really weird trying not to rage way.
And suddenly, you don't even care that they were cowards anymore.
I mean, a little bit. A +1 battle axe is really good.
Yeah, so you can add a +1 battle axe to your inventory. You remove a +1 dagger from your inventory, and this person goes, again, we're sorry. My name is Tyvak, and this is my sister Mogra, and that dagger belonged to our father, Krishali Wastewalker. We are two of the Wastewalkers of the Wastewalker clan. Nice to meet you.
We have met perhaps a brother?
Oh, you mean Irvin?
Yes.
Oh, he's not. He's not our brother. You see, these two are huge. They are, for all points and purposes, they are berserker barbarians. They are behemoths of humans. They are the opposite in size of Irvin. Irvin's this tall, gangly thing. These guys, this guy and this girl, look to be very hardy, very strong, but not too smart, not too wise. So you imagine these are the fighters um, of the clan, or some of the fighters of the clan. And then they're like, "Oh, Irvin's smart. He's got his own plans, but they don't involve using weapons and fists like us."
Indeed, we found him to be a worthy opponent.
Yes, he's quite smart. Smarter than we could, well, smarter than we could ever be. So, you know.
Well, I am gratified to return the knife of your father.
Again, thank you very much. We are very glad to have finally gotten it back. We were looking for. That's actually why we were out there. But we couldn't find it, and I'm glad you did. So thank you. Anything else you would like to ask these folks as they pick up their food and they start eating again?
I don't have any questions.
I have the recipe to make this stuff now, but like, is it possible for me to get any of the ingredients or any like spices or anything from this place?
You know what? We'll say yes. Over the night, you can start trying to get some spices and some of the ingredients, and you can probably get, we'll say, 3 meals worth.
Whew.
And each meal will obviously feature a whole party and horses. So, and then for that, what it will be is you'll roll the same thing as far as like what temporary hit points you would normally get, and then you can add another D10 on top of that. So, and
What?
yeah, so
Wow.
that's what that specific meal will do for you. So, like I said, each meal you make when you find ingredients are gonna have a little fun benefit. So, you know.
So you said add a D10?
Yeah, so
Plus
so
roll
whatever, yeah, so whatever you would get for the temporary hit points, so if it's like if you roll the medicine and it's like a 1d6 plus proficiency, you'll then add a 1d10 on top of that. So whatever you roll, this 1d10 is in addition to that.
'Kay.
So for this specific recipe.
Yeah.
So yeah, just put in that recipe additional 1d10 temporary hit points, and that's how I can remember.
Got it.
But yeah, so you can spend the night finding those ingredients. That's not a problem. You guys see that after talking to them, you do see that there are two dryads. You know them, they're leaf ladies. They're sitting across the fire. They are just sitting at this bonfire, just kind of looking around. You see behind them there's a pile of firewood, but it looks to be only dead wood. And they are receiving food and drink from those around them. They are playing games and singing with those around them, kind of just observing you guys as you are sitting there.
I think I will go over to them and give them, like a little half bow and say some sort of, traditional druidic blessing on the forest.
All right. So you go ahead that, and then they nod and they say to you in Druidic, "Thank you, my child. You and your friends have our favor this night."
That is most kind. We are grateful.
Okay. As you guys are sitting there talking to the dryads, doing what you're doing, Mr. Moon, the sun is setting a little low, and you see ahead of you this patch of woods. Looks like a mirage almost. You and your horse, you can tell your horse is tired. You've had horses for a long time. You're tired, your horse is starting to get tired. You can see this maybe mirage of trees, you're not sure. Maybe 15 minutes ahead of you, if you push, you see smoke kind of billowing up in the air. And you feel a glimmer of hope and hospitality kind of bubble up in the pit of your stomach. What do you do?
Right off to the mirage thing, man.
All right. You make your way into what looks to be the mirage, and you see that there are wagon ruts or wagon wheels rutted into the ground. And as you follow them further in, you break through the trees, the opening in the trees. You hear laughter, you smell food, you see smoke, and you find yourself here at what you know to be the Emerald Loop caravan stop. You see up here, there are horses that are in a corral. You see just south of you a giant horizon-back tortoise with a family of goblins doing some repairs on it. You see ahead of you a campfire with some guards kind of standing watch with the covered wagons encircling a fire. And you hear laughter and talking. But you are exhausted, you are hungry, you're at this point starting to get a little cold. But what would you like to do?
First, I'd put my horse with the where the other horses seem to be hanging out.
Does your horse have a name?
His name would be Hazam.
Spell that for me. Huzam. There we go. Huzam. Okay.
You ain't that character anymore. Change your name.
He did change his name.
What?
It says his new name on there.
Oh, my bad, my
Dude,
bad.
not for me.
I got you.
Oh, you were out down there. I got you. There you go. Yeah, you hear the voices of laughter, and you see these people surrounding this fire. You also see up here there seems to be a few tents set up. But yeah, you see there's a couple Aurora Watch folks come in and out. This guy walks back over there as he sees you walking towards the tents. He goes, "Hey, what? How can I help you? These are our tents."
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could stay here tonight. I don't necessarily have a place to stay, so.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome to set up a tent wherever you would like, but these ones are already spoken for, so you can set up wherever you see free space, though.
Cool. Is there food I could get, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he kind of directs you towards the fire. He goes, "There's well, there might not be much left, but there's probably some mastodon corundel going around. I know a lot was made, so."
Alright, cool. Thank you. And like, if any of those horses are yours, I could try to, I don't know, clean them up a bit if you're, like, as payment for letting me stay here.
You can stay for free as long as you have a tent to set up. You can stay. It's fine. That's what we're here for. A safe space for a respite for a night, so you don't have to worry about getting attacked by demons and wild creatures. So.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's a death. Okay.
Yep. You guys, the three of you, standing there, you see this. Well, go ahead and describe what you look like, sir.
Okay. It's a human male with very, very short brown hair. Like, I don't know if I could get a buzz cut with just like scissors, but as close to a buzz cut as I can with scissors. He's got full chainmail armor on that looks to be a little bit tight on him, and a really intricate shield on his back and a long sword sheath by his side. He looks like just a pretty standard adventure. And I'd sit down at an open spot over here, I guess. And
Between the two big humans.
yeah, man, that's not threatening. Nah, we're chilling.
About how old do you look?
He's about mid-age, probably like 40, late 40s.
Is he attractive?
Right. Yes.
Is he a silver fox? I'm
You know,
asking for a friend.
The big twist, because we're close in age, the big twist is that Moon's new character is Naf's cousin.
Wait, how old are you now?
Dude, I'm in my 40s, bro.
What the fuck? Okay. I see. Yeah. He'd sit down and honestly, the first thing he'd ask is like, who are those horses back there? Over here.
They are ours.
There you are. Well, first off, very beautiful.
I mean, I think they're technically on loan, but
This is true.
they're currently under our care, I suppose.
Got it. Do you know how to properly take care of horses?
Are you
Oh,
suggesting
you
that
get
we
the
don't?
eyebrow. You get the eyebrow so high.
Cause no, I could do a little bit of maintenance for just a little bit of pay, I swear I'd make those horses seem brand new. Could run miles without breaking a sweat.
Can I make an insight check on this fella?
Sure.
Like, who goes up to someone and it's just like, hey, I want to clean your horse.
Yeah, you make an insight check, man.
It feels like a really dumb insight check, but
Telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Just wants to clean the horse, man. Just want to make a little bit of money.
You're the
Look.
fucking dude at gas stations who bums there and is like, I can clean your windshield.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's a lot of
You're that bum.
a lot of nasty shit under those hooves. The horses don't like that. And we could discuss price. You know how it is.
I'll give you 1 copper to shut up.
Damn.
Wow.
That's harsh.
So is you walking in here and telling us we don't take care of our horses?
No, okay. I'm sorry. Bad start. I was just simply trying to offer my services. Well, no offense. No offense was intended.
Well, I suppose that I could ask our horses if they require anything beyond what we have done.
Are you one of those people that could talk to animals?
I am.
I feel like that would be so helpful.
It is.
Man, I'm a little bit jealous, I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, go ask them, see if they could use something.
And I just exchange a look with Naff and Ono and kind of shrug. I'll go talk to the horses. See if they want anything. Are you going to come with me?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, my bad.
Is our DM muted?
Possibly. So once we get away from the fire, our horses do not require anything, but you seem to be in need.
You got a good eye on you. I'm assuming you're with the other two, the turtle and the human.
Indeed.
Is that all the people you have?
Why do you ask?
Okay.
Well, and a party of only 3 people seems pretty small.
Still bigger than a party of 1.
Which, is not very safe for me out there either. Which is why I'm just trying to find a normal adventuring group to be part of and make a little bit of money,
Ah. So you are not heading to a particular place?
No. This was just like the closest place after my last job, and that I figured adventurers would congregate to.
We are on our way to Bazazan.
There we go.
And I believe that my companions and I would like to discuss whether we need someone else to travel with us.
Besides cleaning horses, are you good for anything?
I'm a full-fledged adventurer.
What does that mean to you?
I have a sword, and I can use that sword pretty proficiently.
Congratulations.
I know my way around a couple of combat situations. I can handle myself. You don't need to worry about me holding you back or anything.
Do you do any of that magic shit?
You know, I really wish I could, but I cannot.
It's alright, me neither.
Does look cool though, I'll be honest, but no, I know my way around a sword better than magic.
1v1 him. That's funny.
I mean, like, I could show you what I'm made of if you want.
Oh snap!
Guys, let's not haze Terry and Darrington.
You know-
Right?
Okay, if you tell me that the Darrington Brigade does not have a hazing ritual as part of their initiation, I do not believe
You know,
you.
I'm sure they do, but I don't think it's Vox Machina bullying, hazing.
So, I mean, when I look at this person,
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking this. How does the armor look? Is it like pristine?
No, it's a very. It looks pretty worn. It's
Okay.
definitely gone through years of adventuring, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Years of use.
Right. So I just look at Ono and I'm like, you seem very aggressive today. Was it the mastodon?
I think it just made me a little bit more powerful or something. I don't know. Look, I already had to deal with getting to know one person and then lose them recently. I don't want to have to get to deal with another. I'm already trying to crack this nut over here. And you're really the only person I feel like I can talk to.
I understand. DM, how far do we have until Baz is in?
4 days.
Okay. I will just turn to this other person and say, what is your name?
My name is Pelmer Dusk. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. My name is, and then I make that sound that sounds like, you know, various wind whistly noises.
Interesting. Never heard of it before. A pretty
Well-
uncommon name.
It is, as far as I know, there are no others. Most people call me Carrie.
Gary. I can pronounce that much better.
Yes, this is what I've been told after several attempts at translating my actual name. This is Ono,
Good to meet you, Ono.
our companion by the fire is Naf. As I said, we would prefer to discuss amongst ourselves.
I understand. And we can talk about prices and everything, like if you do decide to take up my service. I don't need a lot.
How much do you need?
Well, first off, do you have an employer or are you just like out adventuring?
We have no employer, no.
No employer. You know, those are the kind of parties I like. Do whatever you want. Well, in
if you're
that
looking for an
case,
employer, I could get you a reference to the Darrington Brigade.
oh no, I'm not a big fan of working for somebody. I sort of just want to do what you guys are doing. I assume what you guys are doing there. You know, just like wandering around trying to find your own kind of money, you know? Like through dungeons or something. That would be awesome. So if that's the case, in fact, we don't even need to discuss payment. We could just...
That is not exactly what we are doing. But again, we can discuss. We can discuss and perhaps talk about.
Okay.
Are we gonna go back to NAF then?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And leave the
going.
horses alone.
Okay, when we get back to NAF, I wanna be like, I'm not saying I don't trust that guy. I'm just saying if we wanted me to maybe go invisible and spy on him for a bit, I think that's something I could do. I've never tried it before.
What do you suppose that you will find him doing here at the camp with other people?
I don't know. Maybe he's just a shifty fucker. I don't know. I don't even know why I don't like him. He just gives me bad
Yo,
vibes.
Ono is spicy.
Ono does not appreciate losing friends.
Some people
She has very
exhibit
few of them.
people exhibit grief in very different ways.
And is anyone surprised that Ono deals with things by being angry at them? Come on.
Oh no, if you would like to spy on him, I say go ahead. But I see no harm in having another person along with us to Bazazan. Especially one who seems to know how to handle a sword.
He seems to. Just because I carry, and then starts pulling out random weapons from various places. Just because I carry all these doesn't mean I use all of them. I mean, I can, but
I hardly think that someone would travel through this wilderness without being able to protect themselves.
And that's another thing. We barely made it through the wilderness with the four of us, and he's just like, "Oh,
Barely.
I'm so great walking around." And
Barely.
we had 2 or 3 times where we could have died out there.
We did very well. I would not let you die.
I'm just sitting here slowly eating my food.
Naf, what do you think?
You've given me a chance. I'd say we give him a chance.
We have no need to tell him what we are doing in Bazazan. I will at least say that much. There is no reason to trust him with what we do.
Just keep him away from my horse.
Pel, you
I mean, he
see.
does like horses.
Pel, you see a dryad-looking tree person walk over to the horses, and they are seemingly petting all of the horses and making little flowery lays to go around all of their necks.
Aw,
That's so nice. Give him an appreciative nod.
Is this one yours?
Yeah, that one right there. That's my baby Hazam. Love him to death, I swear to God.
He loves you too. He says you take good care of him, and he appreciates all that you do.
Ah, you're another one who can talk to animals. That's so fascinating. Man, I really wish I could talk to Hazam like that.
Here, I'll give you a temporary ability to. And this dryad walks between the two of you, and you see that they place a flowery layer around your neck, and then they touch both of them, and you feel a little twinge of what feels like electricity. And now you can hear Huzam's thoughts. Huzam's like, chomp, chomp, chomp. This grass is tasty. I like it. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Hazam!
You see that he rears up really quickly and looks at you like terrified.
Oh, don't be scared, Hazam. How you doing? I can talk to you. I can hear you.
Hazan walks over and just starts nuzzling your face with his face.
Oh, Huzzah, how you? Oh my God, I can talk to you. That's so cool. How are these other horses treating you, man?
They're fine. We're friends. We do horse stuff.
That's so good. Oh, I'm so happy you're making friends.
This one's name is Ted, and the others don't know their names yet.
Oh, hi, Ted.
Excuse
How you
me,
doing?
mine has a name. I forget what it is. It was named after food, but it has a name.
Well, they don't remember it because I don't remember it.
Didn't you name them like Cocoa Bean or something?
Coco, yeah. Something.
Oh, it was Coco. You're right. It was Coco. Because it wasn't chocolate.
Okay, here. This one's name is Coco as well. This other one, they don't know. The person that they work with talks about sky stuff a lot.
That's pretty interesting. How are you three doing then?
They don't seem to acknowledge you at all. It seems that you can only speak to Hazam because of the magic enchanted on your guys' lays. And then this dryad walks back over to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, and says, if anything you wish to know from Hazam, the magic will fade in just a few minutes. It's not permanent. But
Okay.
based on how he feels about you, I believe your relationship will continue to foster and be strong. And he pats you on the head and then walks away, and you feel this weird little magical sensation go down your back.
Well, Hazam, I don't even know if you can still hear me, but it's not gonna last forever, so just know I love you, man.
And he licks your face like a big pupperoon. You get a big old horse lick on your face, and you hear in your head as the voice starts to fade is, "I'll make sure we get home."
Okay. You'll be a good boy.
And then Hazam just goes back to eaten by Ted, Coco, and Horse.
Horse.
All right. So as the evening comes and the fire starts to die down, you guys see people start to meander their way off to their own tents. Some of them sleep in these caravans. Some sleep in actual tents. You guys are welcome to set up tents wherever you would like for the evening. As you see that guards kind of post up on either side of the entrance and the exits to this place from all three directions. They are out here making sure it is safe. And you do see a giant moorbounder who seems to have been like an animal, just kind of just resting beside their owner, this tiefling right here. And you hear eventually they say, "All right, rice pudding, time to go to bed."
Rice pudding.
Rice pudding.
And they take rice pudding off.
Did
to
I
the
hear
tent.
this? Because, like, I
Yeah.
need to relate to somebody who also named their steed
Yes.
after food.
Yeah, you heard it, and then you see them start to kind of walk over here as he's just like, rice pudding's just walking in lockstep with their owner, and they're just walking to go back to their tent. You can definitely stop them if you so choose, but you see them
I
call
don't
rice
know what I
pudding.
want to say. I just feel like a strong kinship with this person.
Well, they go up and they eventually get to their tent, and we'll just say they're over here, and then they go to bed. So. Anything else you guys wish to do for the evening?
For me, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm just gonna find a spot for a while that's away from the fire a bit so I can stargaze and work on some charts. And then go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh no, are you sneaking around?
I want to, but I feel like it's more just me wanting to use the invisibility feature rather than Ono actually wanting to be sneaky.
Go for
I
it.
feel like she'd be really bad at being sneaky, but that would also be hilarious. So, you know, I feel like she would try it. I feel like she'd try it. She'll just see
You-
what if it's.
Think real hard about going invisible because you've never done it, so you don't know if there's like an activation phrase or a code
Yeah.
word or something.
I
And-
just like sit there like, you can't see me, you can't see me.
And then Naf, as you're just staring at Ono, at one point she just disappears, and you really can't see them anymore.
I just shrug my shoulders. I've done that before, and I go set up my own tent, probably a ways off from everyone, maybe like what was I like in the cluster of trees up here. I'd set off a bit of ways from everyone.
Okay, cool. I'll just-
I'm gonna move myself there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd set up a bit by myself.
Oh no, that
Alright.
the spell lasts for an hour, or until you take an action to end it, or do something that breaks in.
Well, me and my -1 stealth are gonna just try and go find that guy.
All right. Yeah, you. I'll say you find him. You're invisible, but as you see them put rice pudding to bed, you see they are. So we'll just do this. They put rice pudding into their tent, and you see that they are kind of brushing themselves off and stretching before they head in there. And they go, well, I guess tomorrow we get back on the road scouting. So. And you see that they, as they kind of take off their equipment, like they take off their quiver, they put their bow down, they kind of unstrap from their leather armor. You see that they let their hair down, and as they shake it out, taking off their armor and letting their hair down, you see that it is in fact a lady tiefling with, you couldn't, her skin looks like a normal, like humany beige when you saw her before, but now as she lets her hair down and the moon hits it just right, you can see that it's not actually like this normal beige color. It's almost this like off-white glistening color, as when the light hits it, kind of just reflects a little bit of a sheen that you didn't see in the firelight earlier. So
Now
Is
you're
she
just
attractive?
creeping.
yeah. So, and as she is in her undergarments, she kind of stacks all her stuff and puts it inside the
I feel
tent.
like if she was in her underwear, I feel like I'd look away. I feel like that's just peeping Tom.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually let me go ahead because I think it'll be interesting. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check at advantage because you're invisible. So it would just be a straight. All right, cool. So 11. You you hear this voice. Alice says, "I know you're there, so I'd recommend leaving."
Yo.
Her passive perception is 15, so
Oh yeah.
I know you're there.
I like your seed. And then I walk away.
next time rice pudding won't be so nice. It
Rice pudding is always nice. It's delicious.
She climbs into her tent, and you hear the thwanging of a arrowless bowstring just thwanging on the bow itself, as more of a "Hey, you better leave."
Oh yeah. I leave. Okay. Just now that she's tried it out, I guess she's gonna look for the new guy who wants to join our crew and be like, maybe he's doing shifty shit.
Pell,
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Maybe he's just hanging out with his horses.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as like I'm about to go set up the tent, I try to catch like a look from Carrie, just a questioning look to maybe if they came up with an answer, and if she gets it or not, I don't know. But I set up my tent close to the horses. Give Hazam one last final goodbye pet, good night pet, not goodbye pet, and yeah, I'm going to sleep. No shifty shit here.
Hazan bridles up beside the fence right by your tent and sleeps as close to your tent as he can without breaking the fence down. You hear him snoring in the middle of the night.
Oh.
That's your white noise machine.
Well, I can't really get like significantly closer to him, and if he's sleepy, that's really not shifty.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go be like, I wonder if Naf is doing anything shifty, but he knows I'm invisible, so that's not like super.
I don't, and I'm sitting like
It's
maybe
true.
over on these rocks over here, just
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna, for funsies,
drawing.
gonna try and sneak up on you, but more in like a like you trying to sneak up on your mom kind of way, like just to be like, boo, gotcha. Like that's more of the vibe I'm going for here.
Well, roll it.
Do it. Go ahead and roll. We'll say because you're studying your star charts, you can roll your perception at disadvantage. While oh no, you can roll your stealth at advantage.
Okay. My passive is 16, just saying.
I know this is funnier.
You're right, it is.
If you roll lower than me, I have
You roll
no
less
idea
than
how-
less than an 8 with your perception at disadvantage.
You're a druid. You're really good at.
You're very engulfed in your star chart, but you hear some footsteps behind you,
And I just, without turning around, I just go, if you make me jump and ruin this chart that I have been working on for months, I will kill you. Oh no.
I'm just gonna like very obviously like clank all my weapons up and like, boo.
And then I turn around and you're not there. Because you're invisible.
Yeah.
Oh no. Alright. Where are you?
I'm gonna do the thing where you like tap on the shoulder so they look that way, but I'm actually on the other side, but I'm also invisible, so it doesn't actually work.
That's funny.
So I look around and you're not there.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm
no?
also not.
So I just spin around in a circle like a dog.
That's
Like I'm probably breathing really heavily, and given
s-
that you're very like air
Mhm.
person, I feel like you would be able to like feel my breath on you.
you can
like-
smell the mastodon breath very close.
Can I try to reach out and grab her?
Sure. Go ahead and just roll a, we'll say a dexterity at disadvantage. And oh no, if you're
Okay.
trying to get out the way, you can do a dexterity saving throw at advantage. Because you're invisible, so she can't see you.
Uh,
You go to grab and you just get nothing. Just,
yeah.
it's like playing a child's game.
Oh no. What are you doing?
Running away. Ah. It's fun.
Do I hear just clank, 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 clank?
But
I just wanted to try out this new thing, but I'll let you get back to your star charts now. And I like clank away, clank, clank, clank. clank,
Wait,
clank.
wait!
gone. The clank is gone. As you guys settle down for the evening, the sounds of owls and other evening animals kind of fill the air. The light from the fire has died down, and you guys all find yourselves falling asleep. And as you wake up in the morning, you guys benefit from a long rest, but you also benefit from a boon from the dryads, all of you, because you all interacted in a way. You all benefit from this charm, the charm of vitality. It basically lets you give yourself the benefit of a potion of vitality once, and a potion of vitality does this. So, you have the charm on you until you use it.
Oh wow.
So, but with that, we will pick up next time on your guys' potential continue to Bazozan with a new friend after the loss of a good friend, to them going back to their home.
So before we end, I just have to point out something so that I don't forget it next time. I just rolled for my star,
Mhm.
and I swear to God, I'm not making this up, y'all. I just rolled for Barathe, which is the blade.
There you go.
So there you go. We need a sword.
All right. Well, until then, we will pick up in 2 weeks and see where we're at. So.
Cool.